dreaming of a mansion, staring at the ceiling with thoughts on how to expand.
This is Coach Frank of Flip City South, co-owner of Flip City South with my wife Latifah. You know, we got the Tumbling gym down in Atlanta, Georgia. She got the skincare products, La Natural. Go check us out.
Yo, it's your homie Railroad Gutter, young men from the projects with a vision to better our circumstances, building for the ground up, putting 10 on everything, putting that fly shit on, jumping in front of cameras. Live, what we doing, man?
We bar talking.
Huh? Hey, Drash, you here, baby? What's up, bro?
Man. Ready to turn this thing over.
Huh? Listen, this is what we doing. Project Vision 10, Bar Talk. We got merch available. Please purchase the merch. You know what I'm saying? Holla at us. Website coming soon. Stay tuned. But now, we going to get into some bar talk, man. We got Flip City South own Coach Frank in the building on this episode of Bar Talk. Salutes, Coach. We appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
It's going to be a good one. What we doing, huh? Yeah. I'm ready. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? We're going to build this from the ground up. Now, before Flip City South, before Flip City, who is Coach Frank? Like, would you grow up from?
Originally from Elizabeth Ave.
Okay.
Then I moved down to Grafton. Well, I dipped and dabbed in Pennsylvania, Baltimore, all of that stuff. Then we came down to Grafton.
Hold up. When y'all got to Grafton, what was the first building y'all moved in?
Building 10.
Okay.
I'm a 10 boy.
What floor, Frank?
No, 5th floor.
Oh, that's
5B.
Hey, 5A. That was before my time, but you know.
Yeah.
It still count.
Yeah, La was that little kid, you know, I was 9 years old, Lydell, 5 years old, outside, being able to stay out later than all of us.
Yeah.
Outside older than his oldest. I mean,
Yeah.
outside younger than his oldest. Longer than his oldest sister.
When she 15, when coming in the house, when the sun come out, this dude's still running around the hall.
Yeah. So moving to the projects, like when you was on Elizabeth Ave, when you was bouncing around, was you like bouncing around in houses or you was familiar with living in project buildings?
No. When I was born in Elizabeth Ave, so I was like 1.
Okay.
And then I moved to like 14th Street. Then I moved to like Baltimore, then DC, like all of them areas. And then we came back. We came back to Jersey. You know, we lived in a Y for a little bit.
Okay.
Then we came down Grafton.
Okay. So how was it like seeing the project buildings and
that was different
buildings?
Like that was different.
Yeah.
It was I am gonna be truthful. It was scary coming down Grafton. Right. You coming from Pennsylvania and all of that, living in a house. You come down Grafton and it's like it was different. Right. My father came to us and he was like, "Y'all gotta stick together. One fight, you all fight."
So this is you and your siblings. How many of y'all was it? Is it
now? Then it was 4 boys, 1 girl, my parents, in a 2-bedroom. So
that was a 2-bedroom apartment.
2-bedroom. All 5 of us in 1 bedroom. My parents in another bedroom.
And you the You the youngest, the middle child?
Middle.
You the middle. 2
older, 2 younger. I'm the short one.
So okay.
everybody think people older than me. Everybody think Foots and Dirt older than me.
Right. That short one with the peanut head on the motherfucking hood, brushing to the side.
You got the sideways?
The sideways.
Yo, what?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. If I had hair right now, my hair be to the side with some legs. To the side.
What's up? What we doing?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, your shit go like this.
So how was it growing up in a household with all of y'all in a 2-bedroom? Like,
it was hard, but you know, we always been like a tight knit family. So we just made whatever. It was better than living in a Y. You know, the Y, you had to be out like 6 o'clock in the morning, and you couldn't come back in at 8 o'clock. So as a kid, I didn't even realize my mother was taking us to the museum every morning. We didn't know that they was putting us out. You had to be out before you go to school. She like walking around downtown like, yo, look at this building, look at this. And we like, you know, and then eventually She'll just take us to school, and then we go back to the Y, and then we just in the game room. We thinking you just in the game room. You every now and then like, Mom, can we go upstairs? Nah, playing games and stuff. So it was cool. So then when we got down Grafton, it was just like, hey, we got our own bed. We can come upstairs, go downstairs,
Right.
whenever we wanted. So it was cool.
Right. And you went to Broadway too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was your first friend that you met moving to Grafton? Like, who was the first person that you remember meeting when you moved to Grafton?
First person I met?
Yeah, like that, if you could remember, like that was your friend that showed you around the neighborhood, showed you around the projects and stuff like that.
La was like one of the first ones I met from always being in the hallway.
Okay.
Little snot nosed kid.
Man, I was outside.
He was outside.
I was outside.
And then Skinny Mark, what's his last name? Summer?
Yeah, salute.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
used to show us around, show us, all right, this Grafton, and then Weasel.
Reason that you seen
Next door neighbor?
Yeah,
She had a brother.
Fletcher.
Fletcher,
And Alexander.
Yeah, and then they used to show us around. And then it was some other people that lived upstairs. They lived in a while with us. So when we came, they came. So we knew them, but they was older. Allie moved and them. Mimi got a baby by Junior sister Mimi. She got a baby by the dude. He had curly hair. I don't know. I don't remember his name. But yeah, they showed us. They knew a couple of people. So
That's
we
what's
got
up.
around.
So how did you? Where did the whole flipping, the tumbling thing? Where did that come from?
Well, as a kid, I had them little dinkies.
Okay.
Them little out of flips. A
That's
lot flips.
Word. I was tearing
Well,
shit up.
that's always
it.
I was bringing home trophies with those though. Playing me.
So
You don't play me too much up here.
Yeah, I had those as a kid, and then before I even moved down Grafton, and then I remember flipping one time. My sister was like, before P Diddy, we called our father Diddy, but she was like, Diddy coming? I was in my parents flipping on the bed.
right.
I used to just love doing it. I looked out the window. I was like, nah, he ain't coming.
Mm-hmm.
Me and John went back to flipping. Diddy coming? Girl, stop playing. Father bust in that door. Like, oh, yeah, you want to jump? He was like, jump. We jumped, grabbed us by our ankle, hung us upside down. Wah, 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 wah. Let us go. Head. Jump. Grab the next one. Same thing.
You want to jump.
All right. So then we moved to Grafton. I still love flipping. I could say this name. So I used to like Nakia Wilkins
Okay.
when I first moved to Grafton. So one day I'm coming home from school. This little dude, well, he's bigger than me then, came to me and was like, what's your name? I was like, Frank. He was like, you like my sister? It's Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah. I'm like 9, 10 years old. So I'm like, yeah, I like your sister. He's like, no, you don't. It's like,
That's how
yeah, I like your sister. He's like, no, you don't. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I got a big brother, in my head, I'm like, I got a big brother. Let me go get my brother. And down there, we couldn't find him. And then I ducked him for a minute because I was like, I'm only going to see this man when I'm with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'm coming home from school. I just see somebody flipping down some stairs. I'm like, yo, who is this?
Mm-hmm.
This dude lands and turns around. I'm like,
This guy.
this guy. I was like, yo, who taught you that? Whoever taught you that, you got to take me. He was like, I go to Flip City. I said, come upstairs, talk to my mother now. Went upstairs, and he's talking to my mother. He was like, I could take him. Flipping sense.
That's what took me. Frank.
Yeah.
Out on the mat. We flipping on the side of between 10 and the little building.
They used to have the little mats outside.
Yeah.
Flipping, right?
I was like Flip City. I'm like Flip City. I'm like, I don't know, my mother gonna go for this. It's like we gotta go upstairs and talk to my mother. And word is all. I was going to Flip City from there.
So once you walked into Flip City, I know your heart was pounding to already see how advanced other people was and you walking in as a newbie, basically. You're a rookie. From
Yeah.
the bottom. You started from the bottom then.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I had some skills because we used to flip outside on the mats. So when I went in, it was a difference. We doing double fronts outside on the mat, but then you go in here, you see people going backwards, doing double somersault, doing double fulls and triple fulls and stuff like that. Aaron just being Aaron, it was just like yo, I'm home, and I loved it. I was there doing it every day. If I didn't flip in the gym, I was flipping outside. If I wasn't flipping outside, I was trying to work out. Like I just wanted to get better at it.
Right. So you never looked at gymnastics as how everybody go to basketball, football, and all that. Like you ain't never look at gymnastics or get no flack from being in gymnastics.
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. Like nobody in middle school or high school, not like middle school or high school, knew I flipped. I wouldn't tell nobody. They'll just know I'm missing school because I'm going to a competition. But the teachers knew. And then in middle school, I got most athletic, and you got people like D-Rock who run track, Ray, all of them. They fat, Frank Wooten, they track stars and all of that. But I'm getting
D-Rock used to run track.
D-Rock was fast.
Okay.
D-Rock was fast.
I saw him outside. I didn't know he ran track, but now it goes together.
That man can run.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That was a legend. I miss that dude. So I used to get most athletic, and they was like, "Yo, how's he getting most athletic and he don't even do nothing?" And so people start finding out that I flip. Even in high school, I got most athletic in high school. But people used to always say flip. Still to this day, if somebody come to me and say flip, I'll be like, nah. Like you gotta pay me because you're not gonna ask me to flip one time. Say if I do a back handspring, you're gonna say, do it again. Then I do it again, then you say, hey, Jazz, come over here, look at this. Do it again. Bet you can't do one of them twisters. And you'll be out there flipping forever. So I would just tell people now.
Like how hard was it to like, all right, y'all live in the back. All of that you gotta walk through to get to Broadway, to get to Orton. All the stuff you have to walk past.
Yeah.
You feel me? All the influences, the stuff that can easily influence you. You know what I'm saying? For the negative. Like was that a rough task, man? To you know what I'm saying? Because you're in the projects, man. Everybody knows everything that goes on in the projects. I'm talking about drug dealing, all of that stuff. But for you to be so headstrong and be able to walk through that, you know what I'm saying, to get to where you're going and come back and not get caught up. Or did you get caught up in the mix?
Not in grafting. When I was flipping, I was into flipping. Like I had little girlfriends here and there, but girls they ain't want to be with me because I wasn't out there getting that type of money or whatever. I couldn't afford to buy them what they had, the Sherlin with the M&M boots, the matching M&M boots.
I told you back then, don't buy them nothing.
Don't buy
It's hard, don't buy them nothing.
Oh, so you ain't listen.
He got his heart broke.
Yeah.
So
Don't buy them nothing.
So I was just into it, like, but on them walks, man, I saw some stuff. Like because I ain't used to come home till like 11 o'clock.
Right.
Like by the time I came home, Honeymooners was on and stuff like that. It was late. So imagine I always tell people it was like Men in Black. When Will Smith was coming in, then the monsters was hanging up, and you had the little girl walking around with the book, and then he shot her up. Like that little girl, that's me walking through all of that. Like imagine, and I get I guess everything that happened for us in grafting made us who we are now, good or bad. Like, because sometimes I could see somebody fall, and I'm like, man, get up.
Yeah.
But they can really be hurt. But imagine I'm walking to practice, and I hear wham, I looks up, I see a doll baby, or what I thought was a doll baby, falling from the window.
Yeah.
Somebody goes and do this, and this happened, and you see a head splat.
It pop open. I
Pop.
had blood on my sneakers.
Yeah.
Miss Phyllis was standing there. Poppy mother on Building 9.
Mm-hmm.
She was standing there, and the baby came out, hit the ground. That's when we had the office over there. I had to run over there to the security.
But
you thought it was a baby. It looked like a doll baby.
I thought it was a bad doll baby.
So that shit hit the ground.
Like,
that's right in front of Building 10.
Yeah, that's when you, as a kid, you like, blood is red. When that happened, I seen all types of colors, blue, green, it was wild. But imagine seeing that and then still having to go into practice. You see that, you still walk. We see that, wait for the family to come down, we watching and stuff, and then you take off, and then you still go to practice. Like,
that's not normal shit.
That's not normal.
No.
That's I don't know exactly how old we were, but if I was 15, I think I got you about like 5 years.
Somewhere around there.
If I was 15, he was 10. If I was 14, he was 9 years old. Seeing that. And then other times I'm walking through the projects, next thing you know, you hear pow, 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 pow. You ducking, you see people shoot at each other, and then soon you hide out, soon as it stops, then you go walk to practice. And you still gotta go to practice as if
nothing never happened.
As if nothing ever happened. You probably go in and be like, yo, it was a shooting, such and such was shooting such and such. And then that's it.
Right.
But to us, growing up, that was normal life.
Right.
That was like normal life. But when you grow up, you like, that ain't normal life. Like,
did that make you want to go harder? Like,
yeah.
Did that make you want to go harder in a way? Like seeing that on some, I gotta get out of here. Like, or
it
at a point.
At first, I thought it was just normal. You know, fighting, shooting, somebody getting killed, somebody getting pulled out of Passaic, somebody back on the railroad tracks, somebody dead upstairs in the building, like stuff like that. I thought that was normal growing up. But then being part of Flip City and Flip City taking us around the world, you get to see that there's other places. And I don't know if this teacher's still alive or not, but I'm gonna still say his name. Mr. Arkinson. Y'all remember him?
That's my teacher. Come on, man.
Guy, man.
That was bro.
Mr. Arkinson
He'll
was
fuck
my
you up,
guy.
twist your ear, punch you all in your chest, all that.
Look, I remember my mother, no bullshit. I remember my mom's gave him the okay. Fucking hands, yo.
Word up.
This man,
and he used that shit to the
He
best.
fucked me up too.
He smacked the shit out of me one day, man. He was the only one ever.
He just twisted my shit. He ain't never smacked.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he
man.
picked me up on my ear one time.
Close to Mr. Arkinson, though,
Did you
man.
know, like, your ear popped like knuckles?
Yeah.
When he picked me up, my ear popped like a knuckle. But let me tell you about what he did.
You let him do
This is, bro. This dude came in class and he was like, y'all would never live like me. He said, I can go to my house, lay in the front yard with $100 bill in my hand and go to sleep and wake up and that $100 bill will still be there. In my head, I'm like, man, he lying. There is no such place. You do that where I'm from, you're gonna wake up, your chair gonna be gone, your clothes gonna be gone, you might be gone. Like, I was like, yo, there is no place. But then with Flip City taking me around the world, I'm going places. I'm like, dang, there is some stuff out here that, you know, is like, it's a better life out there for us.
Right.
So
Opportunity.
yeah.
So what about with Flip City? Give us a spill on walking in the doors of the Boys Club and entering Flip City. Like, what's the training that a person would have to do to you know what I'm saying?
I think
going into Flip City.
I think back then it was just like everybody in there just had that eye of the tiger like that. They had that dog in them. So when you walk in, it's not like you walk in and everybody, hey, what's up, little man? It's just like, everybody getting to it. So you just jump in, and then you start getting good. You train yourself harder because you want to be with the older guys. Because when I first got there, I couldn't get in line with the older guys. You know, you had to come over here. You start over here,
right?
And then at a certain time, you had to go home. But then when I was able to get out there with them older guys, it was just like, yeah, I'm here.
Was there ever any restrictions, like they didn't want y'all to flip outside? Like from the coaches, did they ever say no flipping outside, or you just do what you do?
No, because you know we OUT'd out all the time. We play OUT out everywhere.
So their thing was your grades.
Your grades.
You doing that, you're gonna be doing sit-ups and you know what I mean, like that. And then you had them nights of like conditioning where you had to put somebody on your shoulders and on your toes.
Calf phrases.
Yeah. But one time I wanted to break your jaw. I promise you. When you fucking twist my damn leg and shit. But I'm telling him like, yo, you know how you land, you gotta put your leg back or whatever. And I'm like, all right. He still going, laughing and shit. Now he got my shit like damn near full split. I'm sitting there so hurt. All I'm doing is I'm crying on the inside. It ain't coming out, but it ain't coming out. It ain't coming out my mouth. And I'm sitting up here like, when he let me go, I'm fucking him up. As soon as he let me go, he see my face. You all right? Yo, I'm bad. Like, nah, bitch, I told you this shit hurt. Yo, they will break you in there. On conditioning night, when you out there just working, all you doing is you doing sit-ups and you got your stretches, and like I said, somebody on your neck, and we want to flip. Nah, it's all workout. You just working out. So when you get in trouble,
you on conditioning.
It's you on conditioning. So you sitting over there, everybody flipping, you doing sit-ups.
Yeah.
All day long.
Who is some of the top dogs in Flip City that was before you that you looked up to as far as wanting to be in them lines with?
First person I noticed when I walked in was Dickie.
I knew you was gonna say him.
Dickie Bivens was one of the. I saw Dickie do a triple back. Like that was something different to see him do a triple back. Then you got Aaron twisting like crazy. Fox used to jump real high. Then Rudy, Jose. Then somebody our age, you just look at Super Ted and be like, yo, who this little kid? This little dude,
Super
nice.
Ted was a beast.
Yeah.
Who was that? They used to always tell her go get the boots, break the platform. Not our platform, but go somewhere and get cheated. They're like, yo, go put your boots on. Yeah, go start flipping down the platform with his boots, breaking the platform up.
Was that Fox?
That was that north disrespectful shit. Oh, y'all want to cheat? Go get the boots.
I don't know if that was Fox or
it was one of them old heads.
Or Ab.
So it was like what, trampoline platforms, regular mats, and all that, right?
Yeah, we ain't had trampolines when I first got there. We ain't even had a ski floor. We had the bubble floor first. Then we went to the ski floor. Then we went to the rod floor. Then we had trampoline. We never competed.
The bubble had that wood on top of it, right?
And there's levels?
Yeah.
What's the levels of the tumblers? Like
it's 1 to 10, and what now is
it's names though, right? Wasn't it names?
That was a Flip City thing. The birds, like the sparrow, the larks, the eagles, and things like that.
And they had a list of what you had to do to get that level.
I got up to the green shirt, which is I don't know what bird that was, but I ain't get like to no falcon, condor, eagle, stuff like that. Like I was like right under there. I think Ray and Rashawn is the only two who ever mastered every shirt.
Damn.
So they used to take you out to like basketball games and stuff like that to open up for different events.
Halftime shows. We used to do the halftime show for the Knicks.
What was the one that just blew your mind as being young? And it's like, y'all know y'all about to go where to what was that, MetLife Stadium or wherever? What was that one that had you like, man, this could really take us?
I want to see because I got one that always stick in my head. And I want to know if this is too.
That one that just had you like, hey, we about to go to whatever place that might be.
When we went to Microsoft. We went to Washington State.
Yeah.
And this is when Microsoft was first happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like I never been to a hotel room where it got the upstairs downstairs. Back then, that was like the residence now, upstairs downstairs, and that was crazy. But they flew us out there for that. But the one that really like flipped me out is right after the Olympics. Like all the Olympians came, and they was doing the exhibition, and we was doing the exhibition at the same time.
What's the exhibition?
Oh, performance.
Okay.
Performance. So we had the platform out there on national TV. My pants dropped. So before my feet hit the ground, I'm pulling my pants up, but people still saw it. And then
You need to flip ass nigga. See, for me, it was when we went to Philadelphia. We got to meet Dr. J. That was his last game he played.
Oh yeah.
We had the exhibition in Philly. You know what I mean? So to sit up there and see Dr. J shake his hand, and to know at that point, I just knew he was a basketball player.
Right.
But as I got older, it's like he a legend.
You was
Right.
like,
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I shook his hand. Like I, flipped at the halftime.
Right.
Like that was the highlight for me.
so flipping, we flip for a lot of people. Flip for Mike Tyson,
This is all Flip City.
all Flip City.
The North
Newark
location.
Boys and
Okay.
Girls Club,
Okay.
Project Kids. We flip for Paul Newman, Bill Clinton, George Bush Jr., George Bush Sr., who else? Bill Cosby.
Niggas on Steam Pipe Alley.
Steam Pipe Alley. We
I
did the
remember
TV
that.
show Steam
Yeah.
Pipe Alley, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
Yeah.
I remember that episode with y'all. I remember that.
Yeah, we had a good time. I was able to do Steam Pipe Alley. I wasn't because I was too old, but with me being short, I was able to do it. We were still about to hit the ceiling. But that was a good one. I've been looking for that episode.
What year you left North?
I left 94, 93. I graduated high school and I went to college in 93.
Okay, you went to college?
I went to Cheney in Pennsylvania. Then I came back for a little bit. Got in some trouble. Of course, my mother was like, "You going to your father's?" Went to my father's, but I had to keep coming back, going to court and stuff. Then after I got out, my mother was like, "Those people are gonna come looking for you, so you're going back to your father. You staying down there." But mind you, my father left when I was like 12, 13. So you don't really, like if you leave at 13 and then I'm going down there, I'm 20, 21, you know me, but you don't know me. Because you know me, kid, Frankie.
Right.
You don't know Frank.
Right.
So I stayed with him for a week, and then it was just like, yo, I got to get up out of here because it's going to get ugly. Especially, I mean, y'all know when I was a kid, I was a good kid. I wasn't one of them drug dealing people. I fought people, but it wasn't like I wasn't like a troublemaker. So, and then when I got in that little trouble and I was gone for a couple of months, jail doesn't make you a better person. It makes you worse. Because if you going in there and you in there for selling drugs, if I'm selling dimes and nickels, and then when I'm in there, I meet you, and you selling pounds, when I get out, it's just like, yo, I need somebody to put me on. But I know Jazz just got out, and Jazz got this. So I'm going over there, because you fresh out of jail. Nobody going, and back then in Norton, wasn't nobody hiring you.
Right.
So, like, I felt like being in there, and then your mindset is like, in your head, you think everybody trying to play you. It's just like, hey man, let me borrow $1. What? Ain't get no $1. It's in your head, you think that person trying to play you, and they not. It's just that when you go to jail, it's just that it plays with your mind, and then when my
Real
father
shit
was
designed
talking
do.
to me,
Yeah.
it just was like, what? You calling me a liar? Like, so I was like, I know this not gonna work.
Your father was a wild boy.
Oh yeah.
Like OG was foul too. Like I ain't gonna mention no names. I ain't gonna mention no names. But word is born, we standing in the hallway. He's coming out the door. One hand on his nuts. Other hand out. He's shaking everybody's hand. He get the one nigga and pull his motherfucking hand out his drawers and was like, oh, everything I love. We talked about that forever. I'm like, yo, your father wild as shit, yo.
He'll do that and touch your lip. Like just do something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wild. He was wild.
Word up.
He is wild.
So when you touch bases down in Atlanta or Georgia?
Back that shit
No,
up.
Back up? What's up? Where we
Back
at?
up.
Where we at? Where we at?
When I left,
Let's go to Montclair.
yeah, I left
Okay.
Let's go to Montclair.
Montclair before I left the college.
Okay, let's go to Montclair.
So-
It got real up there.
Oh yeah, we moved to Montclair. I was in my 11th grade year, so 92. We in Montclair. It's a funny story because I still be seeing these people in Atlanta now.
Damn, y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in Montclair, we moved to Montclair, and me, La, who was it?
I wasn't there.
You wasn't there?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I heard
No,
all.
you would have
about
been
it.
ready to.
Yeah, I heard all.
I had
about
two
it.
little people. I don't know if it was Scotty, who used to be with Ray,
Yeah.
licensed Scotty,
Trevor brother, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was.
Oh, so some other nigga Scott.
I think
man.
what was Jared over there?
It probably was. I know I had like some younger people with me, and then my next door neighbor. I gotta tell you about this crazy dude too. So we walking. We just moved around there. We walking. So some dudes walk up. So they picking with my neighbor. So it's like, give me your shoes and all that. This dude kicking off his shoes, giving it to him. So they asked me, "What you laughing at, little man?" They said, "What size you wear?" So, I got a smart mouth. I'm like, your size.
Mm-hmm.
Your size. He was like, give me your shoes. I was like, what? Give you my shoes? All right, I got these little dudes with me. I'll be right back. Like I said, I got 5 brothers. Imagine all my brothers having 2 of their friends at the house. So that means it's 15 people in the crib. I go get them. We come back. My brother said, I was like, there they go. Half of us went to one side of the street, half of us over here. So it's my brothers and a whole bunch of goons from Grafton. We walking. They see us. They cross the street. But when they cross the street with John on.
Mm-hmm.
John. They was walking. He just hit them. Boom. Then we went to fighting. Everybody left, but they left one dude. So we jumped him. And then, like, a week later, me and John sitting on the porch. We talking to the girls and everything. So one dude came from between the house over here. 2 dudes came from around here. Like 10 dudes came down the street right here. I'm like, no. We need to go in the house. John like, nah, we gonna sit right here. Like, bro, we need to go in the house. Yo, by the time it was over, half of Montclair was outside in front of our house. So I goes in the house. I'm trying to go get a stick or whatever, baseball bat, whatever. I was like, we gonna fight. All right. So then Gwen called John inside. But then they was like, we just want one of y'all. We gonna shoot the fair one with one of y'all. So John was like, I'll do it. It's like, man, you know good and well they're not gonna shoot the fair one.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't bring the whole town to shoot the fair one. So we ain't do it. So my next door neighbor, the dude who started it all,
Shoes got took.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he wound up being a serial killer too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He got caught like 2 years ago. Had people in the trunk, in his house, in the freezer, everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Out there?
Up in Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
Yeah. So,
What?
yeah, look it up. Man named Stewart. So we ain't fight then. Because there was so many of them. But of course, the phone call went down to Grafton, and then everybody from Grafton came up to the crib. So of course we couldn't find nobody. So it was over. So one time I went to go see. We went to the basketball court, and somebody was like, "Frank, there you go, Fatal Hussein." Mm-hmm. I've been hearing these stories about Fatal. Like, man, Fatal be knocking people out. That dude can fight. So I'm like, who? Big man right there? It's like, nah. It's like, who? The other big dude? It's like, nah. It's like the little one. I'm like, that little dude? Like, man, I ain't worried about him. I kept playing basketball. So he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing to me. And then when we was leaving, he was like, yo, where you from? I was like, the greenhouse in the hollow. He was like, all right. That's all he said and walked off. And then a couple of weeks later, one of the girls up there was having a birthday party. We all in there. The whole Grafton was up in there. We had on these shirts that said body snatchers. So the boys came. We went to fighting. We smashed them out. Like, we won that fight. Then like a month later, another girl have a party. I'll go to the store. I coming back. I see cop cars. Woo, woo, woo. I'm running down there. Man, they had the whole Montclair surrounding the house. The little bit of Grafton people that was there was outside fighting. Like, the girls was outside, had razor blades. They was stabbing. Like, that was an ugly night. That was like one fight we lost. But then, I'm upstairs. I'm like, Tarkeef got cut and Crime got cut, stabbed. So I'm like checking on them. Dirt running in the house. I was like, John outside fighting. Fighting who? Everybody. We running outside. Cops trying to stop us. Everybody's still trying to fight. They was like, meet us at the park. And I never knew this could happen. The city of Montclair was like, y'all gotta go. Y'all can't stay in this city anymore. And we had to leave Montclair.
Got kicked out of Montclair.
Got my mother kicked out. Out of a house, Imagine we living in Grafton for 10, 15 years, and then my mother finally get a house, and then we go up there, cut the food, and get her kicked out of the house.
I got kicked out the motherfucking city, yo.
Rest in
Out
peace
the
to
city.
Fatal Hussein too, man.
Yeah. All of them. Fatal Hussein, Gaddafi.
Yeah.
He was one of them fighting with them. Like, all of the outlaws. Like, I'm in Atlanta one time. When I first moved to Atlanta, I hate being called Lil John. I hate it all my life. Lil John. I'm down in Atlanta, and somebody was like, yo, he from Jersey. I was like, you from Jersey? I was like, yeah. He said, where you from? I was like, I'm from Newark. He's like, I'm from Grafton. He's like, oh, okay. I said, where you from? He said, Montclair. I said, I used to live up in Montclair. Yo, it was like the fear of God came over his face, and he was like, in the greenhouse? I was like, yeah. You Lil John? I was like, yeah. This T.I. manager, I'm in a studio with T.I. This T.I. manager, he was like, you Lil John? I was like, I'm Frank, but I'm, yeah, that's my big brother. He was like, yo, y'all was wild. Way down there. This is like years later, John doing that long bit, and he still knew, but he still had that fear in his face, like, you Lil John, because John was different.
Yeah,
He was different back then.
He was different from young coming up. I mean, he was always older than me, but that nigga was a fucking play fan. Love you, bro, but I gotta say love you, bro, because he played too much, man. Nigga used to have my back banging off that motherfucking Rick's gate. I'm trying to go up the hill, he coming down. I'm like, chill, don't not right. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he said, you know how you hitting the gate? I'm like, yo, this nigga like punching on me like I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
John. plaything, boy.
Word. So once you touched to Atlanta, that's when you. What was your first thing you got into once you moved to Atlanta from Montclair?
Now I went to North Carolina first.
Man, you was everywhere.
Yeah. I went to North Carolina because that's where my father was at.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got down there, of course, I still had the case, so I was coming back and forth. So I couldn't get no job because, like, every time I had like a court case, I had to come back. I would have to miss a couple of days. So my father got me a job where he was working. But just imagine you grow up seeing drug dealers. Like, I don't know, if we all from Grafton, like, how many mothers work? Like 3 out the whole projects. Like, everybody else was drug dealers or on drugs or something like that. So that was like the norm. So imagine me seeing John making like $1,000 a day, and then I'm making like $150 a week. And it was just like, I was like, so he said, give me money so I wouldn't get out there in them streets. And then I used to be like, yo, I want my own. But then I jumped out in them streets. And then when I realized, can't incriminate myself with this. Can't incriminate yourself with talking about drugs. So when I realized what we were selling in Newark for $5, they were selling in North Carolina for $20. So
Still like that.
if it was, yeah. So imagine, and then it was like, if I go to New York, it's even cheaper. So we was just coming up, taking it back, coming up, taking it back, coming up, taking it back, and then it just was escalating. It was escalating.
Handed your handy.
Yeah. So then I was down there for a minute. I was down there for like 4 years. And this, I always tell people it took me 4 years to mess up my life. And it took me like almost 10, 15, 20 to get my life back together. Because that 4 years, I wasn't Lil Frankie anymore. I was like, people calling me Frank Nitty down there. Like, I'm Frank Nitty down there. So I'm coming up here, grafting people down there, and then like it just.
I just come down there just for the party.
Oh
right?
yeah.
They had them $100 round trip tickets. I just come down on the weekend and go back home on Sunday.
Just
What?
go clubbing.
Hell yeah.
We used to be partying. We had money, like cars, houses. So life was good. And then start doing like little bids here, start going to jail. Like I said, your mindset changed. The more you go to jail, your mindset changed. So like I wasn't getting no better. I'm going to jail, I'm coming out, I'm getting worse and worse and worse. And then I wound up beating that little case. That little case. Yeah. I wound up beating that little case. So in my head, I was like, I'm untouchable. Like, so then you start thinking this, I'm untouchable and I'm good. But even though I beat that, they still put I was an accessory on my record. So that once that got on my record, it was really hard for me to get a job because it was like, what? Like,
yeah, you conspire with people.
Yeah, little light skin, little.
I wouldn't have had it. Told you stop fucking with them. Word up. Down there, I'm like, what you doing? I'm like, man, stop fucking with these niggas, man. I said, Frank, you going to jail fucking with them. I'm telling you that now.
I'm talking about the one here.
Oh, I thought you about down there.
Oh yeah, I was cutting food down here. But here, and I was talking to Ramadan about this morning. You know, when that situation happened, I came down the hill. Everybody on the wall. Everybody's supposed to have money on the wall. There's people down there that I consider my family. Like Hawk was like our side was like family. Well, both sides were like family, but that our side to me growing up was more family. People on the other side didn't really know me because I was kind of quiet. Like when I came down, I was like, yo, cops looking for me. I'm about to leave. I need some money. Yo, you know, Hawk, the only person who went in his pocket like this. Yo, that's why I like.
Rest in peace, Hot.
Yeah.
Man, we was just talking about Hot.
That's the first time I saw you with a bald head.
Oh yeah, can I shave my
You
head?
shaved your head off in there. I'm like, Frank with a bald head. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yo, that's why when Hawk passed away, it hurt me so bad because I was like, man, out of all of those people, that man said, gave me everything that was in his pocket. Everything. Every pocket he had, he just was going in on him. Here. You need anything? Call me. Where you going? I was like, man, I ain't saying where I'm going.
Yeah.
But yo, I left, man. I don't know how much it was, but you know how much Hawk had back in the day.
Yeah.
But
It didn't matter. He
nobody else
Right.
Nobody else gave me $1. And one dude said, "What's your name again?" Rab. Said, "What's your name again?"
Cousin.
Yeah. Me and Rab used to go to school together.
Uh-huh.
We used to ride on his motorcycle to school together. He was like, "What's your name again?" I was like, "Dang."
Oh, he got brand new.
Yeah. I was like, okay. So like, rest in peace to Hot. Like, I felt like I owed that man for that day.
Mm-hmm.
I owed him for that day because I wouldn't have been able to I wasn't able to get out of town without that.
Yeah.
Like it was, where you going? Like I got $20 in my pocket. Where I'm gonna go? Let me get on the bus and be on Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The heck? I'm trying to leave Jersey.
They coming to get you 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm trying to leave Jersey. My face was on the TV. Like the cops going to my mother's job. Like, where your son? Kicking in the door, putting guns to my little brother head. Like, I'm trying to leave Jersey. I'm like, they really think I did this. And so I got gone.
You should. Shit.
Only reason I came back because they kept going to my mother's job, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like I only kept in contact with my brother Foots. Everybody else I wouldn't call, and I was like, "You going to my mother's job? You keep kicking at my door." I was like, "Y'all, I'm just go ahead and turn myself in." I turned myself in. I was like, "I'm gonna go get a lawyer first. Lawyer gonna give me some bail." I went there, just said, "No bail." I go upstairs. They send me to the county. I'm in the county for a little while, for like a week or two. Next thing I know, they send me to Carwell. I'm like, I still don't have no bail. Yo, they sent me to Trenton. You know, in your head growing up, Trenton is where they kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Life is in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 5 feet probably at the time, not probably 100 pounds. I'm going there. I walk in the door. I see Keyshawn Dobbins' father, Tommy. Uncle Tommy, what up? Frankie, when I get you, I'm gonna beat you. I was like, in my head, I'm like, Uncle Tommy got me down here. Tommy said he gonna beat my behind. So they had me in a holding pen for a little bit, and next thing I know, they came and called me, and I was like, it's like, come get back on the bus. I got on the bus. They brought me back to the county. I'm still in county clothes. The door opens, and I'm sitting there looking. Cops say, "Oh, you want to stay here?" I still got on the jumpsuit, but I got my clothes. Yo, when I tell you I ran from the county to Georgia King Village, non-stop. But I didn't know my mother bailed me out. I thought they made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yo, I ran all the way, but I sat in there for almost 3 months.
They take you through classification.
Yeah. And you know, going to the county is like, I wasn't one of them street tools. So first thing I do when I go in there, I go in the lunchroom, because I'm sleeping in the day room. I go and sit in front of the TV. I'm just start watching TV. So I hear Frank. I look back. I don't recognize nobody. So I turn my head. So I'm thinking the situation they got family up in here. So he was like, Frank. So I was like, okay, I'm tired of these. Get these things together. It's Keyshawn Tucker. So Keyshawn was like,
that's crazy. He did right now.
Yeah.
Boy.
Everybody in there was like, Keyshawn, who that? It's like, that's Frankie. He was like, that's Frankie. I was like, was like, what up, man? Me talking it up. It's like, Frankie who? It's like, that's John and Dirt little brother. Man, when I tell you people was coming with like honey buns and noodles and a real toothbrush, because you know you get that fake toothbrush. They was giving me everything. I was like, yeah. I was happy to be little John then. Cause that's my first time being locked up. I was scared. I ain't anybody tell you they wasn't scared the first time they went in there.
Yeah, because you never know what the fuck you about to
expect. And you think about the stories that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
So I was scared. So that was then. But then, I went back to North Carolina. Went to North Carolina then.
So how'd you make it to Georgia?
I got, we was making all the money. So my cousin's house got raided. She's a female. There was drugs in the house. And she a female, so of course I was like, it's mine. So they don't take my cousin. So I got locked up for that. So I got out. My boyfriend was like, thank you for taking the charge for me. He was like, is there anything I could do for you? And I was like, yeah. So, they took my car. Mm-hmm. So we ride, and he was like, you see that car? You like that car? I was like, yeah. He was like, you want it? He said, it's for sale. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Get that car, ride around with it. 2 days later, I go, so say I get out on Friday. So I start riding on Monday, and I'm trying to go get the tags and stuff. Mm-hmm. I get pulled over, car stolen. I go right back to jail for a stolen car. Foot's in the car, he bugging. He cracking up with a 40. He underage. So I go right back to jail. Then I came out. Then I ain't served. I wasn't in there long, like a month. I got out. But during that time, them 2 times for the drugs and then the gun, the drugs and then the stolen car, that's when the feds was investigating all my friends. Mm. So when I came home, they was picking them off. Then that's when John caught that. That's when John caught his case. Mm-hmm. He gone. Everybody gone. So it's just me. But I'm still out there trying to get money, and I'm still grafting people down there who's think everything is about wilding. Like, no, stay quiet over here so the cops don't come around here. Then they want to take fiend cars, do donuts and stuff. Brought a whole lot of attention. We going to parties. So we get into one fight. We get into one fight at a party. My cousin get into a fight. Then all of us start fighting. And then I go home. I go to my daughter's house like a couple of days later. So they was like, yo, that's one of the dudes we was fighting. I was like, man, it's like 5 of us. It's him by himself. So he jumps in the car and pull off. So everybody was like, yo, we need to leave. I'm like, I'm trying to see my daughter. Mm-hmm. It was like, no, we need to leave. He's going to get a gun. So he pulls up. My brother's going to be mad about me telling this story. So he pulls up. So we getting in the car. I'm walking to the car slow. Like, cause I'm trying to see what's going on. So he stands in the middle of the street. So I get in the car. Dirt and Freak like, pull off. I'm like, all right. So I'm starting the car. I hear pat. I said, oh man, he got a 22. Pat. Malik and Dirt behind me like, pull off, Frank, pull off. I'm like, yo, he got 2 more shots. I said, I'm gonna run him over. It's like, pull off. Throw the car in reverse. So he started chasing us. He started shooting at us. So that's one incident. A week later, I'm at the club. Everybody go to Waffle House afterwards. So I pull in this parking lot. This dude was like, yo, you tried to hit my boy? It's like, what? It's like, I ain't trying to hit your man. I turn around and keep walking. He was like, hey, yo, man, you tried to hit my boy? I was like, what? And then in my head, I was like, and what? What if I did? So I started walking towards him. Somebody come out the sunroof like this. Boom! Me and Malik started running. Yeah. We running in the woods. It's a two trees on the ground like this because you can't see. My foot hit it. I twist my ankle, and I fall. So I'm laying under the things, but all you hear is boom, boom. But you could hear bullets going through the trees. Mm-hmm. That's the second time I heard it from when I got shot at in down Grafton by the Puerto Ricans. So the 2 days later, after that, in between those two, I go visit my sister in Atlanta. I come back. 2 days later, after that, I'm taking the trash out. I see a shadow behind me. I look, and somebody ducking down, like whipping out from the side of my house. They just start dumping on me. Boom, 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 boom. I'm running. Yeah. He like by the grace of God, yo, I ain't never get shot. I got back to the house, called my sister, was like, yo, I'm moving to Atlanta. She was like, when? I was like, I'm at the bus station right now. I left my house, cars, clothes. Only thing I took is money and like a couple of outfits when I was in Atlanta. I was like, because the thing is like, yeah, I could have went and got them. But two things could have happened. I could have got caught, or I could have not got caught. And I got caught, I'd be going to jail forever. If I didn't get caught, I could have stayed around there. Then his boys could have came and revenged. So I was like, I got 2 kids now, man. I said, I know life is better than this. So I just went to Atlanta.
So when you got to Atlanta, at what point did you decide to go back into
the flipping? Because if you sell drugs, I feel like if you sell drugs, dealt drugs, rob, killed, shot at, anything like that, handed somebody a packet or something like that, like you ruined somebody's life. Some type of way. Even if I was like, yo, come sell for me, I'm ruining your life because you're a young boy. You could be going to school or stuff, but if I tell you come sell for me, you making $1,000 a week, you're not gonna go to school. I just ruined your life. So I felt like I ruined so many lives. Like I called my mother one time crying, and I was like, Ma, I was like, why me? Why me? Like, why all my friends doing 20 plus years, my brother doing life, I got a cousin doing life. Why me? Like, I never got shot. My friends was getting shot. Why me? She was like, God got something special for you. So I was like, I gotta give back to the kids. So then me and my wife, we was like, let's start like an organization so we can work with kids. But it was like, it wasn't, kids, it's hard to talk to a kid if you ain't got nothing to give to them. So then I was like, I could teach flipping. So of course she was like, you could flip. Because, she thought I was still that wild. She ain't know wild me, but she knew me. So I was party promoting. I had, the way we met is, well, we met through mutual friends, but I promoted shows, she promoted shows. She had the male clientele, I had the female. So me, her squad and my squad, we combined. But then once we got together, we ain't promoting no more shows. So I was like, I could teach flipping. So, but I teach, when I'm teaching flipping, I'm not just teaching flipping, I'm mentoring at the same time.
Okay.
Because a lot of kids don't know, it's like when you flipping, then I come to you and I say, hey man, how was school? Oh, it was hard, such and such and such. And then I sit down and I break some stuff down to them. Or my dad hitting on my mom. Yeah, I've been through that. Like, let me talk to you about that. Or anybody, I'm thinking about getting in them streets or getting on them drugs and stuff. I've been through all of that. Come here. Like, I can give you examples of, look, if you out there hustling, it's on, like, it ain't many people that make it out of it. Is you going for sure either go to jail. If you, like, how many people can you name that you could say hustle and never went to jail at least once? Like, so it'll, like, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna get killed, or you're gonna kill somebody or try to hurt somebody, because when you in that game, it's like the jail thing. You always think somebody trying to play you. So you feel like I gotta take him out before he take me out. So like I can sit and talk to this kids like, yo, it's not gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out. It's
So was it hard to get that whole thing up and running? Like with the gym And so where was your first spot?
I was in a rec center first. I was in a rec center. I had 2 mats, and we used to practice like in a cafeteria. And then somebody called me and was like, "Yo, this gym they looking for a gym instructor." I was like, "Yo, I'll come, but it got to be my program under my name." So then I went over there and I started there, but they was paying me like hourly. So then I left there and I started working for a cheerleading company. In the cheerleading company, we had like this is before I started. I was teaching at a cheer gym, and I went to the guy's house for like Christmas, and I'm looking like, man, this house is huge, and he sit behind the desk. I was like, it gotta be some money or something in this. So when we came back after the Christmas break, I was like, yo, my 2-week notice, I'm out. He was like, where you gonna go? I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna start my own. Then that's when I went to that rec center. Then I left that rec center, went to another rec center. Then I left there. Then I went and rented some space from a cheer gym. Then went and got my own building. Once we had to leave that place, we got our own building. We've been running ever since.
How did that?
Yeah, I just wanted to know that made the children, they started to come when they wanted
to. Yeah, it took a minute to get them because like I had to do some flipping.
Yeah.
People would be like, oh, he could flip. So then I could teach. I was teaching the kids, and then if I only got like 4 or 5 kids on my team, we going out, we doing little shows, and then we attracting more and more kids. And then like I never thought about competing like Flip City back in the day. It was just so let me get these kids in here so I can mentor to them. And then it was like, let's put them in a competition. They went to the competition, they won. It's like, put them in the state competition. They go to the state competition, they win. Let's take them to this national competition. Go to the national competition, they winning. Then it was like, okay, you win nationals, you make the U.S. team. Okay, you make the U.S. team. So now we had 5 kids on the U.S. team.
Oh.
How did that's dope. How did the Netflix come into play?
So if you on the Netflix, I have 2 athletes on there.
What's the name of the show?
Cheer, the Netflix series show Cheer. So one of my athletes, she took, and she's like one of my most famous athletes. She's like the Beyonce of tumbling. She's known as the Beyonce of tumbling, but now they call her the Simone Biles of tumbling. Like if you follow her. So
what is her name?
Angel Rice.
All right, there we go.
So Angel takes them to her cheer gym. So D hit me up and was like, "Yo, Cheer want to come to my gym. I'm gonna bring them here, even though you're not a cheer gym. I want to bring them to give you some exposure. Like y'all the reasons we here."
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, bet." So then they came. We shot the episode, and it was like,
I was sitting here and I showed up like, yo, my bro on fucking Netflix. Word up. That was
cool,
dope.
Bro. It's called Cheer.
Cheer, yeah.
Well, so your son tumble as well, right? Taji, right?
Tumble.
Yeah.
Toddy do more than tumble.
Yeah.
What's up? Give us. I wish Taji was here because
Yeah, Toddy.
We seen him last time I saw him. We went down to Atlanta. That was like 2002, 3.
No, that was actually 2004.
2004.
Because that was before Emmanuel was born.
Yeah, because my daughter was just born when we jumped on the plane and went down there, Jasmine.
And Taji was around that time, what, about 2, 3 years old?
Yeah, look.
Man, he was putting spaghetti all on the rug and shit.
Yep.
he
just turned 21.
Ain't somebody on music video?
Toddy in a couple of music videos. He's in he dances for Usher, Neo, Franchise Boys, Missy Elliott. All my kids, all 3 of them was in Missy video last month. Like Brendan Emmanuel and Toddy was in Missy that video. He was just supposed to do the BET Awards with Offset.
Okay.
but Offset pulled out the day before. He's on the TV show Step Up High Water.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on season 2 and season 3. Season 2, he's only on like one episode. Season 3, he's on almost every episode, dancing behind Neo.
That's dope.
Did he want to get into it, the tumbling thing, on his own, or like,
Well,
was it a natural thing for him to want to?
Yeah, because they was raised in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coaching, but I got a playpen right there.
Mm.
So when you come out that playpen, it's like, all right, come do this front roll, come do this back handspring, and then it just escalated. Like all my kids was raised up in the gym.
Nice.
So that's why
Nice.
That's why they where they are now.
Now, when you turned 50, right? And you flip, what was that, on the grass or something like that?
Now I'll be 50 this December.
What was it when you flipped on your birthday?
I did it
one of them on your birthday or something.
I did it 48 and 49. And then I did another video like 2 months ago at 49. Like just saying I could still do it at 49.
Do they still try to bring it out of you all often?
Yeah, but I, like still like a kid when people tell me to flip, I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I flip, it's only gonna be like less than 5 people in there, and then I'll flip around. But I'm gonna do another one for my 50th.
You already got it in mind,
That
or you
might
just
be
go off the?
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's just
I just always, even as a kid, I was like, man, I just want to have a double full at 50. So I'm gonna for sure do a double full, but I'll probably work into it. But after that, I'll probably call it a wrap.
I ain't never did a double full in my life. That shit like 4.5. I don't even land that motherfucker.
So who's some of your name some more of your tumblers that's part of the
U.S. team? So
Yeah.
so Brimran has been on the U.S. team. Angel been on U.S. team. Toddy been on U.S. team. Garrett been on the U.S. team. Emmanuel been on national team. Emmanuel been on EDP. That's a elite development program. Angel was ODP, that Olympic development program. But this year I should have 6 elite athletes. That's like top of the. It's like the highest you can go.
right, and all coached by you.
All coached by me. Yeah.
That's tough.
That's what's up, bro.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
He brought his talents from the streets of North.
Yeah. Flipping on the bed mattresses.
Shout out to
So
Aaron
random.
Wilkins too.
Yeah.
Where he mentored kids, and now he flipping on U.S. teams, man.
Flipping on US team, flipping on TV, flipping on stages. So the
That's
social
dope.
media's wow.
That's dope.
But it came from the mattresses, like
Mm-hmm.
Grafton. If it wasn't for Grafton, it wasn't for Grafton and Flip City, I wouldn't be who I am to this day. And then all that other stuff in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't take it back because it just made me who I am today. Like I'm not that same person. I'm not gonna snap anything like that. But it just made me who I am today. Because I'm mad. People say, such and such did it. That ain't make you mad? Nah. Because I know I can go from here to here. So it's easy for me to be
Humble.
I'm humble now, laid back. Because that stuff back then would tip you off. So you just like
you didn't know yourself back then.
Like you riding past me and you cut me off, or I accidentally cut you off and you calling me the N-word and giving me the finger. Bro, you're not hurting me. Like I'm not gonna let my stress level go up because you just called me and you white and you just called me the N-word. So what? You gave me the finger. Oh my God, you hurt me. Like as long as you don't get out and put your hands on me or like try to ram my car, like everybody in Georgia carries is like I'm licensed. I'm licensed.
Wrong thing to be playing that jump out shit.
No. So I gotta be careful because I could lose everything. I get into a fight, I could lose everything. To be a coach for the US, they record check you every year. and fighting and drugs and shooting and stuff like that. That can, so I really be careful about.
Face to be plastered all over the motherfucking news, all over the media.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Coach Frank Riley was out beating this man up like just because he called him the N-word.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's next for Flip City South, man? What you got coming up?
Flip City North, Flip City East, Flip City West.
Yeah.
So my gym is here. I'm gonna put one on all 4 corners of Atlanta eventually, and then probably venture out to other states.
Nice.
Probably partner with Ray Sean or Raj. Do some other stuff to grow the business.
Salutes to Ray Sean, man.
Yeah, man. I know you had the documentary out.
Salutes to the whole Flip City. You know what I'm saying? From all the way to Flip City South, man.
Yeah.
It's dope, man. It's dope, man. We appreciate you coming through. Could you get them your Instagram and your social media so they can, tap in? They in the Atlanta area. If they ever move out there, they might want to get their kids into it. You got an age limit though?
Nah, I started at age 4. We started at age 4, but we do private lessons for any age. Then on up, I coach a lady.
I was gonna ask you that. How the oldest person?
She was 49. And her bucket list was to be able to flip, do a back handspring for her 50th birthday. Taught her a back handspring. By the time she turned 62, she was doing back handsprings and tucks. And she went for Miss Senior Georgia, and she won by doing a back handspring on the stage.
Hey, yo, that's fire.
62 years old, Miss Georgia.
Man, I'll do a backflip right now, and I can't breathe for like 5 minutes. I lay down. All this crack.
Yeah,
because
flipping
it was nice though how people whip their bodies. Like I never could tell my brain not to do that.
It's different muscles. Like
you
can, like say
you're
a football player and you working out all the time. You come in the gym and work out for an hour, you're gonna be sore the next day. I don't care how much you work out. There's muscles that you
that shit like it's like swimming in the air. It's like swimming.
What time you want to do it, Dress? I got a trampoline in the back, baby.
I've been lost balance, baby.
I'm
telling you, I lost balance a long time ago. That shit do look cool. Just like tattoos.
It's alright. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt later on.
Yeah.
The back be all fucked up and shit like that.
But, a lot of people say that I don't have. I guess because I'm still active.
Still doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as bad. Some people say my back, knee, and knees hurt. Like
you said, as bad. But you still hurt.
Oh yeah, it hurt. My knees bother me sometimes.
Joints.
You know what was crazy about that flipping? You had shit all locked down in here. And you run down that bitch. And as you going, and you go in the air and forget where the fuck you at. That shit is a long ass fall on your top.
Yeah, you fall in.
That shit happened to me. That shit damn sure happened to me.
Anybody never like
forget what the fuck.
Anybody never like broke their neck trying to flip and shit, right?
Oh yeah. People died.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't really hear about it as much. I don't really hear about it.
It's not a regular. It's not a regular thing, but it's people that's in chairs.
That used to scare the fuck out of me. I'm like, I might fall wrong.
So a lot of people was upset with Simone when she dropped out, when she said she was gonna compete because she had the twisties. Like she'll go up to do a full and keep twisting, get lost. Like I was saying.
What's her name? Simone
Biles.
Okay, yeah,
so it was smart for her to tap out because say she'd have kept going to these competitions and caught one of them twisties upside down and land on her head and hurt herself. Of course America want her to compete for them, but I'm not gonna risk my life for you. So she had to go back to the drawing board, and now she coming back, and now she better than she was before she left.
I got a question I wanted to know, like when y'all like instructing children how to flip, y'all they be on balance beams flipping?
No, we just do rod floor, trampoline. That's only like gymnastics. That's gymnastics. Artistic gymnastics. We
tumblers, baby.
Yeah,
tumblers, baby.
We tumblers.
I don't need no more.
Yeah.
They tried to get me. I do, but I ain't beat. They tried to get me to rock out at my niece party. Everybody looking at me. The whole floor is basically platform.
Yeah.
They all looked at me.
Yeah.
I had to tell you that like gutter flip, G flip. She like, what? I said, nah, these niggas flip. They was flip to the too. I'm like, tell them to do it. Like, nah,
Yeah.
that shit popped in my head.
You brought them there, you took them.
Probably so.
We all
Introduced
yeah,
them,
yeah.
Almost you.
Mr. Brown told G, you gotta get some explosions, son.
Almost everybody from Grafton came there at least once.
For real.
Boys and some of the girls.
Yeah, but I had got myself some trophies.
Yeah.
I got 2 first place and 1.
Live beat me the first competition.
Well, 4th or 5th place, something like that. That's when we was in that gym with the girls.
Yeah.
The girls was tearing shit up.
La came home with a trophy, and my brother Dirk came home, and I came home empty-handed.
My shit big boy. One of y'all niggas got mad at me and threw my shit down the hallway and broke my man off the top of my shit. Bro, I was mad as hell and had my man leaning up on the trophy because I didn't want to throw it away. Like, nah, man, you broke my shit.
Probably me on some dumb shit. But you know what I'm saying, man, we appreciate you pulling up to the show.
Oh,
man.
no doubt, man.
Word up. This is a dope one. You know what I mean? I'm honored to have you up here. We are, you know what I'm saying? We stayed late.
Oh yeah,
to make this shit happen.
Yeah, we late tonight. We up in here, man.
We stay late to make this happen, man. So we going after this. You know what I'm saying? We usually do bars, but we got grass out here. Coach gonna get right.
I'm about to be 50.
You look
at
at me
where I'm at.
It's not the same, exactly.
Word up, man. But another episode of Bar
Hold
Talk,
up.
City
When
South.
we come down to the gym, you gonna do us something?
Oh yeah, I'll give you something when you come.
Yeah, we coming to the gym.
Y'all been telling me y'all coming for a minute.
Yeah,
Nah, we coming.
we
Y'all been telling me
Atlanta, man.
before y'all even started Bar Talk. Y'all,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
Bar Talk was just an idea.
Yeah.
Now, Bar Talk wasn't even an idea at that time.
Yeah.
We was just trying to capture content. We like, yo,
Oh,
get
yeah.
content, whatever.
But we coming, baby.
Yeah.
Definitely coming.
Word up. We
And
want some-
I
we want
had
some good
y'all
performance.
get to see everybody.
They might get to see me do
All the
something. I
names.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got them bouncy trampoline.
You got a pit? No pit? You got a crash?
The last time I've been down there, you
All
had
right,
a
I'm
bit.
cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with the crash bag. Yeah, my fat ass couldn't get the fuck out the fucking out the fucking what's in it. My first time, because you know, when y'all used to go to the gyms with the pit, I wasn't ever around. So turn around, you had a pit in one of your gyms. I'm like, yo, this is a pit. I said, oh fuck that.
Them things make you think you can do anything.
Man, when I went in that bitch, that shit was like, I'm like, oh shit. And I was big as hell. I was big as shit. I'm trying to get my big ass up out that. Man, I said, I'm taking my fat ass over here to this damn trampoline. I'm going to stay there all day.
Yeah.
Fuck that pit. I was sweating trying to get the fuck out of there.
All right, so we good?
Yeah.
We up, man. Listen, another episode of Bar Talk. Coach Frank, Flip City South, Project Vision 10, man. That's how we rock. Bar Talk.
Vision.